the way the broadcasters talked about Connor Norby and Eric Weideman, like they're turning a corner, or like they've been a revolutionary player on this team. Neither of them really have been. I'm perhaps too harsh on Weideman, who has hit a lot of doubles this year, which everyone seems to like pointing out. But Norby is not really turning a corner at all, to be honest with you. His swing and miss is still pretty egregious. He came in with the bases loaded, nobody out on Saturday before Gus came into almost to the bases, and he struck out in the clutch. So still want to see a lot more from Connor, especially with how Kyle's been producing as of late, and obviously being named an All-Star. So a lot to be desired there. Just like Brian said, maybe a potential send down, but it's going to be hard to work that one out. Just something I want to, I think it's worth mentioning with a potential cornerstone in Norby.
Yeah, and just to hammer that home, this Marlins position player core overall is in pretty good shape at a lot of different positions for the near-term future. The biggest question marks at this point are those infield corners at first base and third base, and they have several internal candidates at both spots. I mean, at first base, they've already tried the Matt Mervis reclamation project. Since then, it's been a lot of Wagaman. Liam Hicks can fake it there, and of course, they have Davison De Los Santos at AAA trying to earn his way up. So they have candidates, and they can. Maybe there's a point in the near-term future where Gus shifts over to first base list on a part-time capacity. They have options there. At third base, if Norby doesn't work out, then we mentioned Graham Pauley. He's doing really well since his demotion. There's a lot of shortstops that can slide over to third base at some point in their development if they're blocked. Like if they feel good about Otto, then maybe Acosta slides over to third base at some point in the near-term future. But yeah, there's not an obvious answer at either of those spots right now. That's going to be, to me, once the deadline passes and all that fun gets out of the air, that's going to be one of the bigger down the stretch storylines about this team, is whether they can get a clearer answer at those positions.
Yeah, and I'm glad Nate mentioned the Norby thing. With Wagaman, like the underlying numbers seem pretty good, as you can see, a lot of red. We'll see what happens. Whatever. Norby, like, I think he needs to go down to AAA. With all due respect to Connor Norby, great guy, great clubhouse presence. But clearly something is just not working out for him up here. He is swinging at literally everything. He is striking out 27.7% of the time. He has the lowest walk rate on this team of these 9 players right now, because Augustin's is pretty low too, but whatever. Graham Pauley's swinging a good bat right now in AAA. Like, he's been on fire. Like, Graham Pauley could come up here right now, help this team, play every day, almost every day. Give Norby some time up until just after the All-Star break or whatever to see what he could do there, and then bring him back up. But like, unfortunately, just Norby has been a liability to this team. Like, there's no other way to put it. I mean, defensively, he's looked terrible too these last 2 weeks. Like, he made that play yesterday, had no reason to get in front of Otto on that play at third on Sunday's game, and thankfully got a home run the other day. But like, overall, it's unfortunate for him, because he'd been so good last year with the Marlins, but the underlying numbers, unfortunately, were saying something else, and those underlying numbers came to bite him back, and unfortunately, he's now struggling. And I don't know. You could also make the case how much of it is just him playing third base, like maybe moving to second would help him out. Who knows? I don't know. But obviously, you have X there, so you have to see what you do there. But yeah, I think I've said it before. I said it a couple weeks back. Maybe it's just time to give Norby a break in AAA, let him reset a little bit, get his mind right. Bring up Pauley, who's been on a heater, and give him an opportunity to help this team offensively.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where you do feel for Norby, because he was so hot when he first came over, and then he kind of tailed off at the end of the year last year, and it's kind of been the same thing. He got hurt to start the season this year, and he's just never really put it together. And you guys kind of hit it on the head, really. He just kind of seems like he's at the plate without a plan right now. The swing decisions are not good. He's not taking pitches that he really should be taking, and he's not even getting quality contact. I mean, that's the one thing that he could kind of hang his hat on before was, well, at least he was hitting the ball hard. He's not really even doing that right now, and that just kind of signals to me that yeah, stint in Jacksonville is pretty needed for Connor right now.